And so this glorious day begins. Well, the video begins at Universal Studios, Florida, where you can live and ride the movies. Yesterday, June the 7th, Universal Studios Florida turned 35. The 35th anniversary. And also today, June 8th, is the 41st anniversary of my all-time favorite movie, Ghostbusters. A year ago this weekend, I was at the Ghostbusters Firehouse in New York City with a bunch of ghost heads celebrating the 40th anniversary. This weekend, I'm in Florida. Metallica on Friday, baseball yesterday, and today celebrating the 35th anniversary of Universal Studios Florida and Ghostbusters Day. Also, some breaking news. As I was traveling down here, I learned that they announced the last day for Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. Right there. It's going to be August 18th. 6 months ago I came out here and I speculated they were going to be closing the coaster because Universal filed for permits to do so for construction. And I speculated that we're going to get a Ghostbusters roller coaster in its place. And guess what, guys? Universal has dropped a massive clue that I just got word of. Oh yeah, we're going to talk about that today. Also, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if it's your first time. I'm Tampa J, longtime goer of Universal Studios Florida since I was a kid. Huge fan of the Ghostbusters. Also, Halloween Horror Nights, speculated houses about 3 or 4 months ago coming. One of those speculations we just learned came true. I'm going to talk about that today. Also, they dropped some more HHN merchandise. But we're going to go in the park and talk about Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket and a new Ghostbusters attraction. So back in October 2024, public record, it hit the news that Universal Studios filed a construction permit to replace Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. And I came out here and I made a video and I speculated that in its place, because of where it is and what they were doing, that it may be a Ghostbusters themed roller coaster. And I brought that up with every visit since then in the videos that I came out here. Actually, just a couple weeks ago when I was out here for the Jaws stuff, Jaws the Ride, as they're celebrating the 50th anniversary, I mentioned I still think it's going to be a Ghostbusters coaster that's replacing this coaster. So yeah, we're going to talk about that today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Tampa J, and this is Universal Studios Florida. Beneath the epic archway and through that colossal gate we go. This music is perfect. There's much ahead. And naturally, as we go through Universal today, I'm gonna give park updates, things that have changed, things that are new to these eyes. We've got Universal Suites here, which has recently opened here at Universal. Check this out. Oh, the AC feels so good. It's so Florida out there. This is really nice. Universal Suites, kind of like major suites. Yeah, HHN. Looks like you've got candy where you can fill the bag or pull it out with the tongs. You got the giant Simpsons donuts in here. A quick grab before you leave the park if you didn't get one back in Simpsons land. Also, check this out. We got Farmer Billy's Choco Bacon Bar, Krusty Clump Bar. Oh, I was just watching a Simpsons episode with my friends Brad and Amanda. I stopped by and got breakfast with them this morning and we were watching the Simpsons. Shout out to them. I'm glad I got to say farewell as I'm moving to Tennessee. Well, I've already moved. Love you guys. Oh, nice and polished. Look at all the suites here. I see the witch's hat from Wicked. I see all the Wicked stuff. There's stuff in here from all over the park. So if you miss it on your way out, come into Universal Suites and get the Universal treats. Yes, I did that. They even got caramel apples and caramel apple with nuts. And also they got a Heath apple and an apple pie apple. 13. Apple pie apple sounds great. Also, they got chocolate peanut butter fudge, which does not compare to my Aunt Sheila's, I'm sure. They also have specific Universal Suites packaging, pixie sticks, saltwater taffy, a lot of grab and go stuff, popcorn. And across from Universal Suites, check it out, they have plastered Universal Studios Florida 35th anniversary signage. Look, we got some of the original attractions Check it out right there. I'm sure they'll have merchandise somewhere in the park. We'll get that in the video today. And once again, the yellow taxi has disappeared. It's normally parking in this yellow spot. They have moved it, perhaps for the mega movie parade. Kind of keep things afloat in here. So, in order to find the Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket, we just go down here. You can see it right there on the cusp of New York City. Wouldn't it be perfect if they were retheming a coaster that was in New York City to make it a Ghostbusters attraction? Because there once was, as you probably already know, the Ghostbusters Spooktacular Show, which used to be right here in this area, which is now the Jimmy Fallon ride. Previous to that, Twister. It would be great. It would make sense for them to retheme a new attraction, also addition to a Ghostbusters attraction, a Ghostbusters coaster. And I believe Universal will do it, and I think they've left the ultimate clue on, get this, their 35th anniversary / Ghostbusters Day. And there it is, Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. Opened in 2009. When it closes, it will be open just 16 years. August 2025, I think I did the math right. It has always been kind of a controversial coaster. It's always been kind of a rough ride. And I rode it about a month ago when Chris the girl and I were here. It was the last time we were here together. And man, is that thing rough. So the plan is to take this baby down, put it in a new attraction, and you can go online and see the schematics of the coaster, the unnamed coaster right now. And it looks like Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket, but it looks like they're building it back bigger, better, smoother, and also adding some indoor parts, which I think is going to be like a dark ride area, maybe some animatronics. So I've got a picture to show you. My first ever visit to Universal Studios Florida, 1993, and I got my picture. We went into the Ghostbusters Spooktacular Show, which was right here, and I got my picture with the Ecto-1. I'll put it into frame. That's my brother next to me. I'll show you where this was taken, if I can. Oh, I see a construction wall. But always been a lifelong Ghostbusters kid, man. Just my favorite. It was a really cool experience last year being in New York City, where the movie was filmed on its 40th anniversary. I did a whole filming locations video then and now that same weekend as well, and just being there with thousands of Ghosthead fans was just amazing. And there's nothing that, so far, Ghostbusters wise, I haven't been able to top that moment. That was amazing. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yep. Right here. Okay, so this is the former entrance to the Ghostbusters Spooktacular Show. As you see, it looks just like the firehouse, the facade mocks ladder 8, hook and ladder number 8, which served as the exterior fire filming location in Ghostbusters, aka the Ghostbusters Firehouse. They also had another celebration yesterday, as they always do, and Jason Reitman showed up to that celebration. I wish I could have made it this year, but I was in town for Metallica. Anyways, back to it. This was the former entrance right here through the door to Ghostbusters Spooktacular. And in that plan, the revised plan of whatever they're building out here to the new coaster, this stays. This does not move. Right over here, they have placed, within, I think, the last 2 days, a construction wall. And I think we see some clues on the construction wall. First off, road construction in progress. Please use alternate routes. Look at this. Historic Preservation Act Save New York Treasures. Restoration of the historic Engine 89 Firehouse. This project is being funded in part by generous support of the Casey Foundation as administrated by Midtown Park Service. Midtown Historical Society by S. Kish. All right, we have to. What I'm thinking this is saying, I'm thinking this is a deep clue, And right here on the door, duh, it says Engine 89, Restoration Engine 89, right here. The former entrance to the Ghostbusters Spooktacular Show is being restored. New Ghostbusters roller coaster. And Universal Studios Florida just dropped the biggest clue. the biggest hit. I think, as I did 6 months ago, I'm still gonna claim it. This is gonna be a new Ghostbusters attraction come 2026. Yep, that is great news. And it makes sense they would announce it on Ghostbusters Day and their 35th anniversary. As you know, the Ghostbusters were here back in 1990, so yeah, you did it. You did it, Universal Studios Florida, and I thank you. As a huge Ghostbusters fan, I'm just so happy with you guys lately. You're giving us what we want: the Mega Movie Parade, Epic Universe, Ghostbusters. Take my money. I will always be an annual pass holder here. Great decision making. Also, we have Halloween Horror Nights, of course. It's happening. I'm calling it right here, as I did 6 months ago. That is a giant clue. If it's not Ghostbusters, I will apologize. But come on, I'm just putting 2 and 2 together. Ghostbusters roller coaster right here, guys. Do you hear what I'm saying? That's amazing. I'm so happy. Woo! Who are you gonna call? I know who I'm gonna call. And the picture I just put into frame, the Ecto one was right here. If it were here today, we couldn't stand in front of it, but my dad took it from across the way from the entrance of the firehouse. So you can see this, the subway entrance behind us in the photo, but right there was where that photo was taken back in 1993. Yeah, I remember getting so many photos with that Ecto one back when the Ghostbusters were still walking around here with the proton packs. Who remembers that Wayne Brady was actually one of the Ghostbusters, one of the actors? Wayne Brady, yeah. That's a common known fact. Right here, the New York Public Library, a filming location to the movie. Oh, here we go. Rip Ride Rocket is going away. August 18th will be the last day you can ride it, so mark your calendar. Come check it out. And these are nice doors here. I never noticed the stained glass on this porch across the way from the Ghostbusters firehouse. Also, part of the plan, you might not see this Guggenheim facade. That might be taken out. This whole corner right here is going to be part of the attraction. So they're basically just gonna fill in the space where you see with the trees, the Guggenheim, and where this track is currently. This could all be, it is part of the new construction plan. You can look up the plan on Orange County, I think it's the Orange County website, where you can look that up. It's on the internet. Just a quick Google search, you'll be able to find the new construction as filed October 2024 for this exact spot. They're also going to widen out by the entrance to former Nickelodeon Studios, where I showed you in the beginning. They're also going to widen that area as well. So it's going to be a bigger roller coaster than what Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket is today. Oh wow, look at that. That's where they moved the cab. I've never seen it sitting there before. Hey, it's New York City. It belongs in New York. It's a New York yellow cab. Here they come. I hear them. Yeah! Who you gonna call? It a Ghostbusters roller coaster? I'm just thinking of all the cool things they could do with it. If it starts off slow, and if there's any kind of animatronics like we've seen in Epic Universe, this thing could be the greatest ride of all time to a Ghostbusters fan. It's amazing. I love roller coasters, love Ghostbusters. I'm just blown away, guys. We are celebrating. Happy birthday, Ghostbusters. Happy birthday, Universal Studios Florida. There is so much ahead. I knew it! I freaking called it. This is freaking amazing. Ghostbusters coaster. Right behind Jimmy Fallon. You enter here, same pathway. I'm calling it right there. That'll be the entrance. The former Ghostbusters Spooktacular sign used to sit right here. I hope they put it back. The new ride attraction sign, the Ghostbusters sign. They're back in town. The boys are back in town. I'm telling you, boy. All right, guys, we're gonna go check out the new HHN merch and news. But meanwhile, I'm crossing through New York, and I hear some people I know from Chicago. always good to see the Blues Brothers. Universal Studios. Another original attraction. Oh yeah, he's dancing. Jake's dancing in the street. Look at that.
For their dancing partners.
Yeah.
On the
Always a good show. All right, the show's still going, but I came down the block to the film vault to see if they had any Ghostbusters. And of course they do. Always the first shirt when you walk in the door. And look at this. They have 35th anniversary Universal Studios merchandise available. Whoa. I like this. All the original attractions represented. Well, yeah, some are added, but mostly original attractions. They got the sipper here. They got mugs. I'm gonna have to get something. All right, I'm definitely getting the pen. They also have an ornament. Ooh. They've got this cool poster too. Oh, look at this. Almost missed this. It's a nice little stand. 1990 to 2025. Happy 35 years. And I was hoping they would have a t-shirt, and they do. Look at that. I'm gonna have to grab one of these. And we got more Ghostbusters in here. We got props. We got Proton Pack. We got Venkman's slime suit. And we got the containment unit, which I think was inside of the Frozen Empire HHN Haunted House the last time I've seen it. And check this out. If the light is green, the trap is clean. That's so cool. I've always wanted one of these. There, I'm gonna pull it. It doesn't work. And another one of those things where Universal takes my money. Take my money. Take it. I got the mug for Chris the Girl. I got the pin for both of us. And I got the shirt. All right, they got me as I was checking out by the cash register was this 40th anniversary Back to the Future pen for 10 bucks. I had to get it. Also one of my favorite movies. And look at this, Mel's driving or dying come HHN. And speaking of HHN, I'm heading over to the Five and Dime store, the Crest building, because that is where they always put the new merchandise and give you the clues for the updated plan for Halloween Horror Nights. Now, we last left off, I speculated that there would be an Art the Clown Terrifier haunted house this year at HHN, which has not come true yet. We don't know all the houses. I also speculated there may be a Fallout and a Five Nights at Freddy's haunted house. And guess what? Confirmed, Fallout will be coming to HHN 34. And they dropped some merch over here. Let's go check it out. For today's creature feature, I just noticed Vincent Price is right in front of the, I'm gonna start just calling it the HHN store. It's also the exit for the horror makeup show and Jason Bourne. All the Universal Monster stuff's in here too. This is the spookiest store in Universal Studios Florida because of that. Year-round spooky. I mean, come on, look in the window. Creature from the Black Lagoon. And look at this, there's a boat right there. Now, I have speculated that there may be a Creature from the Black Lagoon Universal Monsters house. I speculated that as well in that last video when I made those predictions. They keep doing that to us. I also thought at one point there would be, I got it wrong, but I thought maybe they were gonna have a slow-moving water attraction boat ride at Epic Universe. Not true. Maybe one day though. Dude, merchandise reveal. So this happened a few days ago. They announced that Fallout will be coming to Halloween Horror Nights 2025. Let's check out the merch. And here it is, right when you walk in the door, the same spooky display we saw last time for the first HHN merchandise has now been engulfed with Fallout. I have not seen the show or played the game, but I've heard great things. I think it is. I think it was pretty obvious that this was going to be a thing at HHN 25. And there's Fallout Season 2, I think, just dropped. So, yep. I do want to see it. The guy's got a nice doggy. A doggy that likes to eat hands, if I had to guess. That's funny. Here's the shirt. It's not my color, but I like it. I like the graphic. I like the doggies on there too. How's that taste? And the scariest thing you've seen all day. Ah! And also they got the tumbler, so that's it. That's the newest HHN merch that they've dropped. That's it. And we don't know of any other haunted houses just yet. But they're going to start dropping that a lot. I think sometime within the next month, we'll pretty much know the entirety of the HHN 2025 map, HHN 34. So I look forward to coming back to Florida. The next time I'm here, I'll pop into Universal Studios and give you an update. This is the shirt that they premiered a couple weeks ago. Very Edgar Allan Poe, very Nevermore, Never Go Alone, HHN 25, which I think that's a great theming. And of course, they got more Ghostbusters in here. Got the Ecto one, which I have that same one at home. Oh, great Scott. Whoa, okay, I didn't know they did this. Maybe I just passed it by. But on the front of Schwab's Pharmacy, also a real establishment back in Hollywood. All right, side note, back to it. They have put Back to the Future 40th anniversary stuff on here. I just bought the pin, dude. Just like that. They've got like an 8-bit. They've got, oh, look at that, Einstein. You got Einstein over there. That's really cool. Of course, you got the hoverboard. Got the DeLorean over here. That's really neat. When did they do this? Oh, don't miss this Saturday night. The Enchantment Under the Sea Dance. And if you've never been inside the ice cream shop, very classic looking. And they do have Back to the Future stuff plastered on the menu as well. They got a shake, rattle, and roll in here. They've got a Back to the Future 3 Wake Up Juice reference right there. Doc's Wake Up Juice and a rock and roll shake. So they have specific Back to the Future themed treats. Come check them out. Yo, Joey, I wonder if Joey works in there. Let's make some Wake Up Juice. I love Back to the Future 3. All right, so the plan is after I leave Universal Studios today, I'm hitting the road and heading back home to my sweetheart, Chris the Girl in Tennessee. So yeah, I'm leaving town after this. I want to make sure to ride my favorite attraction here, the OG E.T. Adventure. I actually parked in E.T. when I parked out in the parking garage. We got E.T. and now I have it. I'm gonna ride it. Classic. Love it. Man, only a 25-minute wait. It's totally worth it. The mystery, the suspense, the adventure. I love this. Hasn't changed since the very first time I rode it, which was 1993. Everything is the same. All right, here comes Steven.
Hello, I'm Steven Spielberg, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the E.T. Adventure.
Yeah.
But I'm afraid we don't have much time, so I'm going to cut right to the chase. E.T. needs your help. Now, we've just received an urgent message from E.T.'s teacher, Botanicus, calling for E.T. to come home right away. You see, a big problem has developed 3 million light years away from E.T.'s home world, the Green Planet.
I hope they never change this.
Because their planet is dying. Remember what E.T.'s friends look like, because it's going to be up to you to help E.T. find them once we get him home, and there's not a moment to lose, because only E.T.'s magic healing touch can save his friends and bring his planet back to health.
All right, they're experiencing a brief delay. We were just let know that the ride is shut down.
It just happened, so just sit tight. If you guys want what's going on, like I said, you guys are welcome to wait here. If you guys do decide to exit, you let us know.
Okay, let's see how long this takes. All right, that's my luck. I get all the way in here and the ride breaks down. But that's okay. All the more the excuse to come back to Florida. We'll be back for the adventure. Hope it comes back on soon for everyone else. But I have actually got a 10-hour trip back home to Tennessee. Oh, E.T. I'll be back home, don't worry. There's E.T. Well, at least we get to see you in stuffy form. I've never seen this one before. I like it. They've also got the 35th anniversary Universal Studios Florida 35 stuff in here as well. I'm sure you'll find it all over the park, including the Universal Studios store up front and City Walk. Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. Look, it's so hot at Universal Studios. I love when they do this. They open up the fire hydrant. They got the hydrant gate over there so people can cool off. That's sweet. Let's get it dropping. Let's get it dropping. Yeah. Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. Its days are numbered. Again, August 18th is the closing date. Come ride it. I wanted to walk back over here one more time to take a look, to think, to reflect, to confirm with this information, these clues Universal Studios Florida has given us on the 35th anniversary of their beloved theme park. With these clues right here, I'm confirming that this will be a Ghostbusters roller coaster attraction in a 35th anniversary Universal Studios Florida t-shirt. Yeah. Had to put it on. It is scorching hot out here. I don't recommend wearing 2 t-shirts to a theme park in Florida, but hey, I felt like being festive. I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe below. Also, if you made it to the end, please give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. It helps me, it helps the video, and it helps you guys. So, I'm gonna wrap this up. It's gonna be shorter than unusual video. I've got a long haul tonight back home to Tennessee. I've gotta hit the road. I might have to get a hotel tonight. It's gonna be a long drive. So we're gonna end it right here. Hope you Universal Ghostbuster fans enjoyed the video. All of you guys, thank you so much for watching. And please know that you are awesome, that you're loved, and no matter who you are, what you're going through, just know there's always somebody to call, and there's much ahead. And I shall return, Universal Studios Florida. I shall return, Florida. Yeah, much ahead. I'm a tourist now. Also, I don't have a 9 to 5. I'm my own boss. Having a great time with that so far. Best thing I ever did. All right, guys, I'll see you later. Much ahead.